Hello, this is Zahia Veu I, and I use tarot cards, astrology, and my intuition to read your energy, predict, provide guidance and clarity in all areas of your life. So what you'll do is to choose one card among three. Based on your intuition, you can meditate on the options or use a random number generator or wheel from 1 to 4. If you got 4, then the message may not be here for you at this moment. This is group number 1, 2, and 3. I'll put the timestamps below in the description or comments so you can pause the video and meditate and choose. Hello group number 1, so this would be a reading for how the person on your mind feels about you or thinks about you at this moment. Let's see what they want to tell you, how they feel about you. We have, I know I messed up everything. It was in reverse, so that means that they were very regretful rather for what they did to you. They still look back at it. They feel like they should have handled it very wisely and responsibly. I wish things could be different. They were in regret about how they treated you. They wish that they could have been more responsible and they could have taken accountability about it very well. Oops, there's so much cards. They're very much in regret. I lost myself for a little while. I think there was a point in time where they weren't thinking rationally. They were out of control almost. Maybe they were too emotional at that time, or they just couldn't handle their emotions that time. Maybe they have issues about being avoidant whenever a situation is too emotional. They tend to avoid it and kind of get lost as well, because of course they'll get confused about their emotions. They'll be thinking about how they'll deal with the situation when they're feeling a lot. Those are the tendencies of avoidant attachment. So this person could feel very hopeless, like I feel like at some point they have admitted that they're kind of flawed. They're a flawed person. Maybe they were kind of scared to hurt you because they know that they've got issues to settle with or fix or heal. And I guess they were kind of still in that flawed state where they're not yet ready to face the connection, being more responsible, because that's the thing that they need to work on. What else about the situation? Heartbreak, shattered. If you are in a distance with this person, if you're not connected with this person, they can't seem to let go for sure. They're heartbroken rather. They feel like they wasted a good thing. At times they could also be drinking to get over you or to get over this heartbreak, this pain that they have. Cheating, broken trust, and ghosted, disappearing. For some of you, they may have cheated in some way, in some shape or form. Maybe they have talked to someone and you caught them, or they were liking someone else's pictures and such. And then because of that, because you discovered something that they were disloyal, it broke your trust. Okay, the trust is now broken, even though maybe this person have tried to fix it with you. You can't help but move away because you know your worth. And so possibly you ended up ghosting this person, losing contact with this person. Maybe at some point for some of you it almost ended up being more. Maybe it almost ended up being engaged with this person or marrying this person, but because of this situation where there's disloyalty that had happened, it broke it. The settlement with both of you have been broken. The future that both of you have for each other has now been broken because of this certain situation. Maybe for some of you, they're very confused in their emotions. They're in that maybe they have a lot of options and then they have a hard time choosing which one to follow. And so maybe they chose to try with another person. But we'll see how this person truly feels about you, what their intentions are with you. Because they're definitely in regret about something. So let's see. Excuse for the background noise. I am by the window and the window is open. So how does this person feel about you? Let's get deeper into it. How does this person feel about you, group number one? This person on your mind, how do they truly feel about you? Oopsie, so much cards. Please, only a few cards, Spirit, guys. How does this person truly feel about you? The Hanged Man. How does this person think? What does this person think of you? What does this person think of you? Five of Cups and Five of Swords. We'll get more in the Hanged Man. What is their next action towards you? What is their next action towards... Oh, too much cards again. What is their next action towards you? We have Queen of Wands and Eight of Coins. What is the Hanged Man about? Spirit guides, can I have clarification for that? We have Nine of Coins. Okay, so with how this person feels about you, they feel like there's a potential in this connection. Definitely with the Nine of Coins, you could have reached very high with this person. You could have reached a certain serious commitment with this person. They have thought about that, yet it has to take time for them to realize it. Maybe now they've come to realize it after a certain period of time where they had to reflect on it, and that's when they realized that this connection had so much potential. That's why they're still kind of grieving about it. They're heartbroken about it. And how this person, what this person thinks of you. They're definitely still longing onto this connection. They are in deep regrets for how immature they handled this. And during that time, I feel like it's a mixture of guilt, regret, and mourning, all those sadness around it, because this person felt like they were too much on their ego. They didn't consider you that time, and now they're totally grieving the time when you left them, or when this connection has separated or had a certain distance. They are grieving about it heavily. They're still thinking about it, daydreaming about it. Probably daydreaming about the potential still among here. Now, when it comes to their next action towards you, I feel like they will have to prove to you in some way. So right now, I'm feeling that they're currently working behind the scenes to kind of prove you later on. They will kind of show you off something that will prove that they have changed for the better, or They'll be more responsible now. Something about proving themselves. That is their next action towards you. They will have to prove something. Maybe give you something or show you something in some way. Let's get deeper into that. Let me get some cards. So what's this person's next action towards you? We have wedding rings. See, didn't I tell you that, guys? For some of you, this could have been close to having a serious commitment. It's just that there's some sort of disloyalty or being disappointed for their actions in general. I don't know what it is exactly, but I guess based on your situation. But I feel like at a certain time, they will prove to you how they're serious about you, how they want to progress this relationship with you to proving some sort of material. They will either give you something, show you something of something serious, something material wise, to prove to you that they've changed and that they want this relationship to continue moving forward with you. What else? They've also realized that you're more worth it than the rest, for sure. Especially that this is their next action, wanting commitment with you. They have wanting commitment, especially a wedding, something where it's a contract of two people being eternal. That is very serious, and that doesn't happen often. In fact, it's rare, especially your tying to only one person for your whole life. So this person is definitely serious with you and is working to achieve and get you back in their life. Kind of getting a dead end on this card. Hold on. Oops. Okay. Addiction. Kind of slow, but okay. The card popped up pretty slow. I think they're still working on their codependency. Maybe they are still attached to you and they're working on it. They're kind of, maybe at some point they were too clingy with you. Maybe you've noticed that in your relationship where they're quite clingy. It almost kind of bothered you. But they're working on it. They're working to be on their power, to be able to be a person who leads, to be responsible, to know their power, and basically not being dependent on you. So that's all I have for you, group number 1. Thank you for watching until here. You can join my Patreon for 4 full detailed readings, pick a card readings a month as well. You can also check my TikTok. I also have more readings there. And yeah, it's the same name, Zahia Veu. Bye! Hello, group number 2. Let's see how the person on your mind feels about you. Oops. And what do they think of you? I want you. Wait. Oh my gosh, I actually channeled the music earlier before I start this recording for group number 2. It was, I don't really remember lyrics, title or the singer, but it goes something like, I want you all to myself, babe. Something like that. I think it's Party Next Door. I think so. I am afraid to contact you. Oh, you're in a distance with this person. They want you all to themselves. That's the lyrics that I got for you. But they're kind of a coward. They're kind of scared contacting you. What else do they want to say? Or how else do they feel about you? I am becoming a better person. What happened? Let's see. maybe the cause of being disconnected with this person was because they weren't acting how you want them to be, or there was something that disappointed you about them, and you kind of hinted to them, or maybe you've communicated to them that they should work on themselves to be able to be more responsible about your relationship, or both of you guys' relationship, because in some way they're mishandling it. Mask not showing true self. You've also somewhat picked up that their actions and words are not suiting each other. They're not matching each other, and you have called them out about it. You've communicated that about it as well. Maybe they're pretending to be very great. They're pretending to have all these great things, and then later you found out that they're not actually that great, and that they were just pretending. And because of that, you felt almost catfished, or you felt lied to, that this person wasn't true to what they're trying to say about them. And so now they're like, I know I'm not that great, and so they're working on it. Secret admirer. Since they're afraid to contact you, instead they're just admiring you from far away through your social medias, or just anywhere, literally, but of course not in a stalky way. But they're pretending, they're hiding themselves, really secret, and the mask, they're hiding themselves because they're still attracted to you. There's still this, they know that there's a chemistry with you that it cannot be denied by both of you. Maybe you guys are really good in bed. Grave, no second chances. Is this you deciding that it's hard to have a chance with this person? Maybe you've realized that this person is not worth taking a chance for, or worth being in a connection. Is that you? Why is that? Okay, let's see. Let's see how you feel about this connection, and how they feel about you too, and what they think about you. So let's see your energy first. How do you feel about this person? How do you feel about this person? Group number 2. Okay. We have 10 of coins in reverse. You think that this person... You feel like this person is not able to provide financially. I think that's what it is. That is what's lacking. Maybe they have told you about that. They've got it all. They're financially stable. They have this certain income that they earn, 5 digits to 6 digits a month or something like that. And they're telling you all these nice things, that I got it all. But in reality, you're disappointed because what they said were not factual. You've come to somewhat, you've discovered it. What do you think about this person? So you feel like this person is not worth being together with because they're not able to financially provide in some way, or they're just having issues with finance. 9 of coins for what you think about this person. You think this person has definitely potential in earning money, an adequate amount of money, but at the moment they're still in that process. So you think that this person definitely has potential, but it has to come in time. What is your next action towards this person? Okay, we have 2 cards, the Star and the 8 of Wands. I feel like you'll be working on yourself first before considering to be a part of this connection again, or before considering to give them another chance or to be in a connection with them again, basically. So you're choosing to work on yourself first, and then after you've worked on yourself, that's when you can progress with this connection or go on about this. How does this person feel about you? How does this person on your mind feel about you? Oh, so much cards. The Hermit though. We got the Hermit. How the person feels about you. They're kind of hush-hush about it. I feel like they're not letting you know about it. Ace of Swords. Okay, what about the Ace of Swords? How do they feel about grip number 2? They may tell you about it. They may soon tell you and communicate to you how they feel with the Ace of Swords. Okay, Temperance. With how they feel about you. I feel like they feel that you make their life in balance, for sure. You're very patient about them. You guys could go to places easily with not much problems in terms of time. Like, both of you are very patient with each other and very understanding, and you guys are able to balance out both of your energies, both masculine and feminine. You guys are very compatible when it comes to that. That's how they feel about you. What does this person think about you? What does this person think of you? The Sun and the Three of Wands. They think that they think of marriage with you. They think of progressing this relationship more, leading to engagement, to marriage, or anything that's serious or long-term commitment. Possibly even they're thinking about having children with you. They could think of having a family with you. It's all about in that planning stage still. It's more about thinking, imagining. So they're in that stage where they're imagining these future things with you. What's your next action towards you? Group number 2. Ace of Cups. Oh, I feel like in similarity with this, in connection with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups, with how they think, how they feel about you. Like I said, they might communicate to you how they feel about you. And the Ace of Cups, as their next action, they may actually communicate how they feel about you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like it will come to a time where they'll communicate how they feel about you. What is it? Not today. Okay. Not today. It may come pretty late. It's not saying much about when this is gonna happen, but like I said, expect a conversation, a call, a communication with this person later. It's not stating anywhere soon with the not today card, but expect. It's very sure with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Cups. They have definitely thought about communicating it towards you, but it's more on the planning on what they'll say about you, how they'll say it, the timing, because it all matters really. So that is all I have for you, group number 2. Thank you for watching. You can join my Patreon for 4 full detailed readings a month for only $3. So, and you can also check my TikTok for more readings there. Zahia Veu, all the same. It's all on my description. You can check down below. Bye! Hello, group number 3. So this is a reading for how the person on your mind feels about you and what they think of you at this moment. So how does the person on your mind? I want to be more than friends. You may have friend zoned this person, or you feel like this relationship is only limited to casual thing, but they don't feel that way. They want to be lovers. They want to be in partnership with you, more than friends with you. That's what they want to admit to you. Maybe you're very strong in your boundaries that I just want to be friends. My life is not as together as it seems. I wish things could be different. Since this landed in horizontal, I feel like they're doing their best definitely to change the situation. And also they could possibly have thought about not being sufficient, not having enough things that requires to be in a relationship with my life is not as together as it seems. So they could be working on that currently, although they have in mind to be in a relationship with you. That's what they have in mind. They're working themselves to be able to be enough to be in this relationship with you. There could have been some life circumstances that is restricting both of you to be in a relationship. Let's say it could be distance, timing, or life circumstance where both of you live a completely different lifestyle in some way. Those are some of the examples of how it's kind of restricting both of you to be in a connection with each other. They could also be working on that. If that is what's restricting this connection, they could be working about it. Travel and intuition in reverse. So like I said earlier, you could possibly be in a distance with this person. That is what's restricting both of you to emerge together as two whole unity, in union with each other. And they're finding ways to fill that gap, to close that gap between you and them. They're definitely finding ways. What else about this? How does this person feel about you? Or what do they want to say? This person could very much enjoy nature, plants, any of sort. We have ex-lover. You could be asking about someone from the past here, or someone you're not in a connection. An ex you're not in a connection with, no contact, maybe disconnected, something like that. Doesn't totally have to be an actual ex where you had a relationship. It could just be someone where it almost became something, like you both acted like in a relationship already. It's just someone where you had a fallout with, not in a connection basically. An old spark, just like what the card says. What is that? We have a text message. So maybe they've thought about what they want to tell you, and they're kind of stubborn, or they're kind of anxious about it. They're kind of anxious on how you'll react, on what they'll say. Yeah, so expect a text message from this person if you're not in contact with this past person, specifically someone who you're not in contact with, or just a past lover, a past connection. So let's see how this person feels about you. How does this person on your mind feels about you? Group number 3, we have Justice. Justice. Wait a minute. For some of you, you could be dealing some legal matters with this person. What's the Justice card about for how they feel about group number 3? What's the Justice card about? I feel like they're just balancing their life right now, so that you both could be in a connection, like in a good, because sometimes connections, there's hardships or problems in there involving life where something is lacking from a person and that they need to balance something out so that both is well in union with each other, not much problems. And to confirm it with the 2 of coins, which is juggling 2 things. So they're basically balancing out something of work and life balance, or home, and then also you as part of in their mind. They have you in their mind during all these things that they're dealing with. Work and life, they're balancing it out for the purpose of being able to have a balanced connection where it's effortless for both. So right now, they feel like they have to work on themselves right now before investing more in this, because maybe that is what is lacking in this connection. What do they think of you? 5 of Swords. What's the 5 of Swords about? For what do they think of group number 3? 3 of Wands. They have thought that this might be just one-sided, where one person is the only one who's willing to work on this. They feel like someone here just goes with the flow, goes after what's going to happen next, but the other one is serious. They actually want that long-term commitment and such. What's your next action towards you? Oh gosh, Ace of Wands. Okay, they're taking actions about what exactly? What's the Ace of Wands about for their next action? Oh wait, this is in reverse, is it? Wait, hold on. Kind of confused with the image here. It's in oh yeah, it's in reverse. My bad. The Lovers in the end of the card. Ooh. Something's hindering them from taking actions, but they do have feelings for you. Something about something not aligning with their mind, body, and such. That's why they're kind of hindering. The Hanged Man and the Vernal Equinox. At this moment, they're not taking action impulsively. That's what I'm seeing. They're going to take actions once they've finally thought thoroughly about it. They're going to plan it very well. They're not doing it impulsively out of nowhere. They're actually going to take their time to really think thoroughly on what they'll do next with you, with the Hanged Man. Oopsie. And the vernal equinox, I feel like it has to come in a few days for them to really find clarity on how they'll move towards you, on what's their next action towards you. What can you expect about their next action towards you? What can you expect from this person's next action towards you? The Runner. They could be running from their emotions with the Ace of Wands. Or, I feel like this person is still not ready, or if it's a man, they're like not manly enough to face the emotional thing that's about to occur. If it's a feminine, it works the same way. They're kind of avoiding that emotional. What else can you expect? I think it's just that they feel like they're not enough. They're not sustaining it very well with their work in life. Once they figured out that their work and life balance is great, they could provide well in the relationship, they are exactly what you want them to be in a relationship, how they'll act, how they'll provide, and basically being the person what you want from a partner to be. I think they are still working on that sector. So they're kind of avoiding anything emotional because they don't want to disappoint you when they know in their life that they're not stable at the moment. So they're kind of almost saving you from being disappointed more. I think that's that. But they definitely do care about you with the Lover's card earlier at the bottom of the deck. But they're hiding it since it's at the bottom. They're kind of like hiding, not letting you know. But they do feel that. They do feel a certain connection with you. Maybe they're kind of scared because maybe one of you are feeling a bit avoidant, where it's kind of one-sided. Paradise. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Okay, you might escape, not in a bad way, but like escape in a trip with this person to relax both of you, your guys' minds. It's giving like an escape fun trip with each other, and then that's when you guys can grow well together. Doesn't totally have to be a whole grand trip where you're moving to a different country. It could just be a trip where, let's say, you're camping or you're staycationing, anything that involves relaxing or being chill. That is part of their plans as well, or what you can expect from this person is to have a certain trip with them, to have a hangout with them, and then that's from there it will grow even better, and you'll all be able to fix the things that are lacking. I think communication is also being expected here. So yeah, with this home foundation at the bottom of the deck, you guys could also be just visiting each other's home. You could just go to each other's home, and then that's when you guys can go on from that. Communicate about something about the situation, communicate how you guys feel, and such and such. So that is all I have for your group number 3. You can join my Patreon for 4 full detailed readings a month for only $3. You can also check my TikTok for more readings. It's all in my description. Zahia Veu. Thank you so much. Bye.